Hi friends, this is Mrs. Meyer. I am going to talk about lesson 7.2 on page 135 in our practice book. This is a lesson where we are going to look at a fraction. For instance, we have 4/5 here, and we're going to break that fraction down into how many parts. Remember, a unit fraction is basically just the one piece. So when I look at a box and I divide that box into parts, now I have fractions. So this box is divided into 4 parts. So that is 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4, which makes this fraction 4 out of 4 parts. So that is how you would, so if I was going to talk about 2 of those, I'd have 2 unit fractions. So I was talking about 3 of them. I would have 3 unit fractions, but all of them, I have 4 unit fractions. So as you can see, 4/5 would be 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5. Now when I look at number 2, I have the fraction 3/8. Now I know that I have to have 1 plus 1 plus 1 to make 3. And now just like I talked to you in the last lesson, we need to use a denominator as a label. So what are those called? We have 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8. And that is all you do. So when we're looking at 6/12, again, how are we going to do that? How many parts are we talking about? We're talking about 6 parts. So I know that I have 1/12 plus 1/12 plus 1/12 plus 1/12. Oh, now I see why there's a second line. I couldn't fit them all on one line. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. And I go 1/12 plus 1/12 plus 1/12, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 1/12. Oh my goodness, plus 1/12. So that's 8, 9 plus 1/12, 10 plus 1/12, 11 plus 1/12 is 12. So, oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh no, look what I did, friends. I was looking at my 12 and I wrote 12 twelfths down. But is that what my fraction says? No, I do not need 12 twelfths. So I am going to make sure I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These right here are not part of what I am looking at. So I'm going to cross those out. You only need to make the parts that represent the numerator. So I have a 6 in the numerator, so I need to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 unit fractions, okay? Now, oh, look at this. What did we do? We have 4/4 right here. I drew my model for 4/4. So now I'm going to take those parts that I already labeled in my model and I'm going to write them down. 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4/4, 4/4. That equals themselves, okay? Now, when you're looking at writing a fraction as a sum, what does that word mean? That means adding. That is the answer to an addition problem in 3 different ways. So what are we going to do there? So we have to decide, how are we going to break 7/10 up 3 different ways? One way is using our unit fractions, where we could do 1/10 plus 1/10 plus 1/10 plus 1/10 plus 1/10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 1/10, 6 plus 1/10. But is that the only way I can add my fractions together? No, Let's look at 7. Can we divide 7 or break 7 into different parts? Oh, I know one. 4 plus 3 equals 7. So I can do 4/10 plus 3/10. That would still equal 7/10. Let's see, can I think of another way that equals 7/10? Ooh, I know 5 plus 2 equals 7. So then I know 5/10 plus 2/10 equals 7/10. So that is what you do for that. You need 1, 2, 3 different ways of making that fraction. I'm going to leave this one here for you. I have a feeling you can figure out 6, 6. So we're going to think of one way using unit fractions. And then are there 2 other ways to create 6 by breaking the number apart into an addition problem? When you look at the problem solving, be careful about these. You need to, Miguel's teacher asked him to color 4/8 of his grid. Okay, so there I have a fraction. He must use 3 colors, red, blue, and green. There must be more green sections than red sections. How can Miguel color these sections on his grid to follow all the rules? So we have to take 4/8 and we need to make sure that the green section is always larger than the red section. And we need to make sure, so we're thinking of different ways to do that. So, so green, I'm gonna label my parts green, red, blue. I'm gonna make a chart. So there must be more green than red. So green is gonna be a larger fraction than the red fraction. So when I think about this, I need to make sure, hold on friends, I'm gonna plug in my computer because the battery's going low and I don't wanna lose the video. So let's see, I know that 2/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8. So 2 plus 1 plus 1 will equal 4. And I am making sure my green is larger than my red. So that is how I can do it. I wonder if there's a different way using that fraction. So a lot of times using a chart to outline and make sure that you're getting all the details in your word problem is very important. Let's look at number 8. Like, oh, we have a hole here. We have a 6/6. Petra is asked to color 6/6 of her grid. So this is the whole grid. She must use 3 colors, blue, red, and pink. There must be more blue sections than red sections or pink sections. Okay, again, so I'm going to have blue, and then I have red, and then I have pink. I'm going to label my chart so I remember what colors I have, and I'm going to make sure blue is first because that's going to be the largest fraction. So, what are the different ways we can do this? Different ways Petra can color the sections of her grid and follow all the rules. So we need to have 3 colors. She's going to have 6, 6. So we're going to do just like we did in number 5 and 6. We are going to come up with different addition problems that would make where the sum would be 6, 6. So, blue, there must be more blue sections than red or pink. So, oh, I know one. I could do 4, 6, and then I can do 1, 6, and 1, 6. So that makes it blue. How about if I did Is there another way? Could I do, I'm going to make a box around that one so it stays separate. What happens if I did 3, 6? So I did half the poster in blue. There, So that means I can do I have a 2, 6 and a 1, 6. So I could do 3 plus 2 plus 1 equals 6. So that is another way I can do it. I wonder if you can come up with a different way. So that is what I would like to see. So again, writing fractions as sums using unit fractions. Remember, a unit fraction is when you have a 1 in the top and then you have the label on the bottom. So the numerator will always be 1 when you're talking about a unit fraction. Hope that helps. Thank you.